Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to do an update to a couple of older videos that we posted last year on where to get Tretinoin and where to get Hydroquinone online. The reason I'm doing this is there have been updates to both our services and the other places that offer these treatments. And so I think it's quite useful given the number of inquiries we get about this. Before we get started, if you're new to our channel, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, welcome back and thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe if you like our content. So let's get started. First, as you all know, anyone who's read our content, seen this channel, it's really important to point out that Tretinoin and Hydroquinone are prescription-only medicines in the UK and, to be honest, most of the world. These are powerful skin products. So Tretinoin is a medication that is used to treat acne. It's used to treat skin aging, it's used to treat hyperpigmentation, scarring, a whole range of skin issues. But it is, as effective as it is, it's a prescription-only medication because it can't be used on everyone. And where it's used, it needs to be used correctly and appropriately. Otherwise, the skin can suffer damage, and that includes burns, it includes post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, just so many problems. And I've seen a lot of patients who have suffered from this, who have reached out to our clinic for help because they went somewhere, got it off online or from somewhere dodgy, and it really wasn't appropriate for them. This is just a kind of a heads up. Just because it's a cream and it's widely used, it doesn't mean it's safe for everyone or appropriate for everyone. The other is Hydroquinone, which is also an excellent treatment if used correctly. Hydroquinone is a pigment suppressor, and if used appropriately for short periods of time in the right patients under medical supervision, can really help to treat hyperpigmentation. But again, Hydroquinone is often abused, it's often bought on the black market or illegally, or in countries with fewer restrictions, and people use it for a long time and they can really damage their skin. It can cause skin bleaching, it can cause kind of a condition called ochranosis where the skin darkens paradoxically. So the reason I'm saying this up front is this video is about where you can find out if you can access these treatments legally and safely, and if through legitimate outfits, if it's right for you. I'm not going to cover bricks and mortar places, which I kind of briefly discussed in the previous video, but you know, traditionally people get these treatments through aesthetic clinics, through dermatologists, usually privately, but sometimes for certain skin conditions also on the NHS, and these are still options that are available. And if you have any more questions about these, please leave a comment. So let's get started. Where to access Tretinoin and Hydroquinone online. So obviously, first of all, through us. So at City Skin Clinic, we're an online skin clinic, and we treat skin concerns like acne, scarring, rosacea, hyperpigmentation, skin aging, all of these kind of conditions to adults, so people above 18 and above in the UK. And our service was really emerged out of our years of delivering face-to-face aesthetic treatments, where we made the patient at the center of the treatment journey, so their wishes, their concerns. Personalization has always been key for us, and quality of care. Choice is built into our DNA. You have it your way. We offer video consultations where you can speak with the doctor over a Zoom video consultation, or an online form consultation for those who prefer to provide the information through a form. Regardless of choice, it costs the same. The same level of attention and detail will be provided, and you will have a doctor that's allocated to you who will take you throughout your entire treatment journey. So looking after you from beginning to end. And you reach out to your doctor at any time if you have questions, you need tips, you need advice, you need to update them. And then with our treatments, traditionally we used to offer, when we first started, off-the-shelf brands of treatments, for example, like Tretinoin or Hydroquinone. We used to mainly provide Obagi products, but as we have evolved our service, we have largely moved to providing custom-made formulations, and the reason for that is it's really given us a lot more flexibility, and it's allowed us to better tailor the treatments around our patients. So once we understand the patient's needs, wishes, we build the ideal treatment that's going to be safe and effective around that. And that, for example, means that we can, if Tretinoin is appropriate, we will use that either by itself. We might combine it with something else like hydroquinone, like azelaic acid, like an antibiotic. We might provide, for example, hydroquinone by itself if that's more appropriate. It's basically whatever is suitable for that patient's individual needs. And we offer either once-a-day treatments or twice-a-day treatments, and these depend on the severity of your skin. It also depends on each person's needs and what rate of pace they feel most comfortable with, and that's all discussed with the patient. So we get to provide that, but we also, it's not just what goes in the treatment, but even the base of the treatment, the formulation. So one of the reasons we moved to making custom is we found some of our patients, either with extremely sensitive skin or oily skin, better preferred gel formulations, and that was really not easily accessible through off-the-shelf brands. We're limited in that, whereas now we can make most treatments as a gel, or we can make them in a cream, and in a cream we can either have a light hydrating cream, which most people do well with. We can also use a more emoliating rich cream for people with very dry skin, or those who are prone to irritation or have rosacea or eczema, or that sort of thing. So really, there's a complete ability to customize the treatment and center it around the patient. With our service, we generally, if we're just treating someone's face and neck, our treatments last, if used as directed. So if used as directed, you get 3 months worth of treatment. We're very much not a prescription service. We believe that everyone gets through their treatments sometimes a little bit differently. Some people sometimes need a pause, or they proceed more slowly. Very much have always kept the decision about refills, repeats in the hands of the patient. So there's just a complete ability to adapt to your skin response. So obviously I'm biased, but that's us. That's kind of the core of our service. Next is Skin and Me. So Skin and Me, as you know, it's quite a famous online skin clinic. And specifically they treat skin conditions, so similar to us, acne, hyperpigmentation, skin aging, that sort of thing. They also provide Tretinoin, and generally in just a cream formulation, from what I can see. They either provide it alone or often mixed with azelaic acid or niacinamide. I couldn't find any information as to whether they also provide hydroquinone. There's not really any mention of this, so if anyone has used them and knows, please let me know. But so far it seems that Tretinoin kind of makes the bulk of their treatments. If someone is suitable, and you fill in an online consultation form, that gets reviewed by a clinician, and then you get your product. It's a monthly subscription service, and so you get a product, and then I guess you let them know how you're getting on, and then they'll adapt your treatment accordingly. Dermatica is the next one after that, and Dermatica seem to work with a few more ingredients. So like us and like Skin and Me, they also provide custom-made treatments. They seem to only really provide one base formula, which is a cream, but they seem to work with a wider range of ingredients than Skin and Me, and that includes some antibiotics, it includes hydroquinone as well as Tretinoin. And again, they provide a monthly subscription service, and you get a formula. You have only both Skin and Me and Dermatica. It's through an online consultation form, and then it's reviewed by a clinician who then provides the initial treatment plan for you, and then I guess based on updates through their portal, your next treatments are based on that. Following that, there are a couple that do a similar service, and they are MedExpress and Doctor4You. They both provide an online consultation form that you fill in, which is reviewed by a clinician. And based on that online questionnaire, they may issue tretinoin where it's appropriate. They seem to largely only provide tretinoin mixed with clindamycin, which suggests that the service is more geared towards people with acne rather than other skin conditions. Just like us and Dermatica and Skin and Me, the treatment is delivered to you. You don't have to go anywhere else. But these guys, these are off-the-shelf brands that they provide versus custom-made formulas of tretinoin with clindamycin. And then Push Doctor, they actually provide virtual consultations with doctors, and they will then, based on their assessment on that consultation, provide you with a prescription for the appropriate treatment, which you go to a pharmacy and get that fulfilled for you. So you would pay them for the consultation, and then you would also pay for the prescription separately at the pharmacy. The online clinic is a little bit of a mixture of these last three examples. So they provide online consultations which are reviewed by their doctors, who will then provide a treatment plan and a prescription, and then that is fulfilled directly by them. The prescription is generally for an off-the-shelf product, and what they do is they charge a fee that encapsulates everything in one. So it includes the cost of the consultation, the cost of the prescription, and the cost of the treatment itself. And so obviously the cost depends on what the treatment is. And they're quite a well-established service as well. Unlike Push Doctor, because the prescription's coming from their pharmacy, it's delivered directly to you. Finally, since I made the previous video, there are a few newcomers to the scene that mainly offer tretinoin-based treatments. They offer a very similar model to Skin and Me and Dermatica. So you fill in an online consultation form, and then it's reviewed by a clinician. They're all a subscription service. How long the subscription for varies between company to company, and they each tend to have a slightly different focus. The main differentiator tends to be the base formula that they're using. So and Begin say that their treatments are aimed at kind of middle life women. So I'm guessing perimenopausal and postmenopausal. Clearer is another new one, and their main aim is at the luxury skincare market. And then Uncouth, who seem to be aimed at a younger demographic. So there's a lot more information and in-depth about all of these in the 2 blog posts which have been updated, and I've left a link to them, so you can have a look at that. And just remember, with whether it's tretinoin, hydroquinone, acetic acid, whatever it is, really the best treatment for you is what's personalized and tailored around your unique needs, and in a protocol that fits with you. Everyone is different. That's something that we really take to heart, and the best treatment is one that you can easily and happily follow, that's going to give you a balance between ingredients that work, but that also application that you can a treatment plan that is easy to follow consistently, because that's and with as few side effects or risks as possible. I'm going to stop there. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If I used any of these services, please let us know what your experiences were. And if you are interested in learning more about our services, head over to our website. I've left some links as well in the box. And before I go, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already. Until next time, stay beautiful.